bad combination. All right, so how to properly handle a book. Obviously, the books that you have available in your room are going to depend on the group of kids you have. You guys probably have primarily board books or soft books in your rooms. You start having some paper books in your room, some maybe. By giving lessons periodically on how we properly handle books. I love introducing parts of the book when you give these lessons. So we have the front cover, the back cover, and we have the spine. We can even define what the spine does. The spine holds the book together. And that's really important because if you have any books that start breaking apart on their spine, then you can like point out like what broke. Like, oh, this is so sad. Our book's spine broke and now the pages are falling out. And so it's important for them to know those parts and their functions as well. And then how to properly hold a book. So I'm not going to demonstrate this, but when you read books, no matter what kind of book it is, never allow the spine to go beyond 180 degrees, which is flat surface. So I have seen teachers let the book like go back, or even if it's a paperback, fold the front cover over on the back cover. Don't ever do that. Or you expect your kids that they're going to do it. And then they're going to try it with a board book and it's going to snap the spine. So when you read books to your kids in the class, make sure you're holding it properly. Also, the way that we turn pages, I recommend turning it along the edge of the page, modeling that. It might not feel natural all the time because we might do it along the top or maybe along the bottom. Anybody have an idea of why I'd recommend to do it over on the edge?
That's how they're going to do it when they're holding the book.
Well, that's what we want them to do. When you turn a page along the top or the bottom, you're more inclined to rip the page.
Yeah.
So it's harder to rip a page when you're holding it from the edge. But if you're up here and you pull too hard, it very easily rips pages.
Yeah.
So, note to self, try to remember to turn pages, even if it's a board book, from here. And then the main things would be not to go back too far. But sitting and reading with the child in front of you is good too. It's okay to lay the book directly on the work rug in front of you. A lot of our activities include like flip books and things like that where the kids are going to be turning little booklets. They might not be like actual books, but little booklets you've made with rings and things like that. So showing them how to turn the pages using those. But read lots of books to your kids. It's important. And it's really funny. So I had a student one time where we used to introduce the spine of the book all the time, and then in PE class, Mr. Shea was talking about how we have spines when he was going over the skeletal system, and one of the boys started like bawling. It's like, I don't want my spine to break or I'll fall apart.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
It's like, okay, I'm glad you made a connection there that they both have spines, and they do kind of do similar things.
That's really funny, that's cute.
So they start making connections too.
Yeah.